We have stars, we have drinks, we have cake.
We have cake. That's a party.
We have all of it. So you know Carla Hall, of course, started out as an accountant. I can't even believe that, right? Accountant, model, award-winning chef, on Top Chef, on The Chew, an author, celebrated author, but really someone you just take inspiration from heritage and love of family. And this cake, I'm going to have you do a little bit of the big reveal. I'd love for you to give us a quick top line before I tell you that I believe there are only 750 of these to go around. So you really actually just want to put this in your cart. But it's called Granny's Pecan Coconut Almond Layer Cake.
Yes.
Will you do a reveal for us?
Are you ready for the reveal?
Yes.
Here we go. Look at it. Look at all of those pecans on the outside. You see the cream cheese frosting. And yes, that's the money shot. 3 layers, even cream cheese frosting in the middle, all of these rosettes, the textures, right?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
So this is over a 4.5-pound cake. It is a full 10-inch cake that you're going to receive when you get this home. P.S. and by the way, it is going to serve anywhere from 16 to 20 people. You're going to want it not to be frozen, right? You want to get it to about room temperature for best results, right?
Yes, for best results. But I think in cutting it, you want it a little bit frozen so you have these really clean slices, and then you can bring it up to room temp.
Love it. And this is how it's going to come to you. It comes beautifully collared, right? So it's always pretty. But I'm going to turn it over to Carla so that you can kind of take us through the layers and the secrets of the love that you have inside.
Yeah, so you will see all of this cream cheese frosting. And what I love is the ratio between the cream cheese frosting and the cake itself.
Yes.
And you've got that chewy bit of the coconut. Look how soft this is. And you know, I eat cake for a living, so I'm going to do this whole big old piece. Oh, I'm doing this.
Are you?
It's not a TV bite, but I hope you have something to say after I put my mouth in.
Go ahead.
This is wild.
Because the coconut is perfect. Almond extract, you said, is in here as well as one of the secret ingredients. It is so light and fluffy.
There's a warmth to it.
Yes.
Like just like you know, the cream cheese frosting reminds me of a carrot cake, obviously,
yeah, it
right?
reminds you of a carrot cake.
You know, like there's that like little warmth that you get with the carrot cake. This is like definitely a 4 seasons cake. Like I want this for any type of celebration, whether it's Easter, whether it's a birthday,
Mother's Day, you know. And the thing is, when you look at all the layers, it looks like it's heavy, and it's not.
No, it's
and
not.
then that almond comes across. It reminds you of
light.
marzipan.
Yes.
My grandmother used to cook with almond extract all the time.
Okay.
And so Granny used to put it in her iced tea. She used to put it in her 5-flavor pound cake. It was her secret ingredient. So I knew I had to bring it to QVC.
and you know the coconut adds the smoothest like aftertaste to this, right? It's almost it just makes everything feel that much like creamier and sweeter.
It's so unexpected.
But in the best way.
The combination of flavors here. So what were you going for when you wanted to bring this? Oh, now only 600 to go around. So just a couple seconds ago it was 750.
This isn't gonna last.
This is not going to last. At 4 easy payments of $20, shipping to you for free. Everything arriving in time for Easter. Think about it for Mother's Day. But also there's like a heritage story behind this. I'd love to have you share that with us.
So, you know, whether you say pecans or pecans, I am going for all of those flavors that I had growing up. Coconut macaroons was some of my favorites that my grandmother would make. Also, like cream cheese frosting, which you would have. I feel like my grandmother would also make ice cream. But this cake reminds me of a sundae. You know, when you think about the cream cheese frosting, almost feels like ice cream. And then you have this pecan back here, where it actually feels like the nuts that you would have on a sundae.
Yeah, like the topping. Can I ask you about the flour and the cake itself, right? Because the thing is, there's almond flour in there, obviously.
Yes.
Which gives it this delicious quality and flavor.
Right.
But it's not heavy. This is such a light, beautiful cake experience.
And the thing is, when you think about it, almond flour doesn't have gluten. So when you're taking some of that gluten away, and you can see all of these specks, and you have the almonds in here and the pecans, that is making the cake that much lighter. So when you want to have this like it, and that was another thing that was very important to me.
And the ratio between
cream
the cake
cheese
and the it's perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. I know, because sometimes you get a cake and you're like, well, why were you skimping on the cream cheese frosting? Like, I want more of that. There's not, the balance is perfection. There's not one thing that is outweighing the other. And again, we're talking about kind of the integrity of each of the flavors. Like, you taste the singularity of the coconut. You taste, of course, that pecan. You taste, like, just the creaminess creaminess, as you said,
The
of the cream
almond
cheese.
oil,
And
too.
the almond oil. So 4 easy payments of $20. We've got ideas. We have fewer than 500 to go around. As we said, not long for this world. From Carla Hall, which, again, like your background is like so storied at this point. You spent time on The Chew. You've been on Top Chef, not once but twice. I've watched every episode, which
We're
we
huge
totally love.
fans.
We're huge fans. Exactly. And so that trip has brought you here, bringing this to us. You could have brought anything as a first. Why did you bring this as a first?
Well, I wanted something that also that felt like Granny's house. I wanted something to make you feel like those layers when she would do that layer cake. And I wanted you to feel also, I'm bringing you my heritage, but I'm also bringing you, and I judge on all these baking shows.
Yes.
And the thing the most that we love is something that takes us back home. And so I want people, it's beautiful, but it's also not fussy.
Well, I was gonna say it's actually one of the most like sophisticated, gorgeous flavor profiles that we presented on Gourmet Holiday,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, like, and we present a lot of beautiful cakes during this show.
Yes.
But I will tell you that we've never, ever, ever presented coconut almond in a
the
layer cake.
sophistication of that,
Right? These two flavors, the juxtaposition, how they work with each other, the creaminess of the coconut, that beautiful cream cheese frosting that just lends to opening up the flavors.
And
right.
the what do you call those on the top?
The
These
rosettes.
Rosettes.
which is actually a bonus of icing. So it's a bonus of icing.
Extra
And I'm
icing.
always talking about the textures. And so you want to have, and it really feels like you're eating ice cream. So this cream cheese frosting feels like ice cream, and then you get this really soft, tender cake. And then with the pecans on the outside.
We have fewer than 300 to go around. I'm sorry for the
gosh.
interruption. This is not long for this world. It's M91229. Continue, because I want to make sure you get to finish that thought.
Because I just want you all understand,
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to judge this cake, I'm only going to bring something that I feel like I can judge and be very proud of.
Yes.
And also, Granny's spirit is right here on my shoulder.
Right.
And Granny's like, don't mess up my name.
Exactly,
If
exactly.
you mess up
I'll
my
come
cake
down and
recipe,
haunt you.
I'll come
Right,
down
exactly.
and scare you.
So look at this. Look at all of these layers. Look at all of the middle layer of the frosting. You get a lot of frosting.
And by the way, you're gonna get a lot of slices out of this too.
100%.
Yeah. So isn't it like 14 slices or something?
Well, it's
like
anywhere from 16 to 20 slices out of
16 to
this, right? Because it's a
20
10-inch
slices.
cake, right? So you're getting a lot. Of course, but it's beautiful. Think about the graduations that
stop
are
eating
coming
it.
down the road for you. Exactly, I can't stop eating. Right, Easter, it's going to arrive in time for Easter. You could keep it for Mother's Day, because how long? I know I just am asking you a question. You just took a bite, but I feel like it would be a year in the freezer. That would probably be okay.
Yes, 100%. And just look at look how easily the fork goes through.
Yeah.
I'm throwing cake
Wait,
everywhere.
look at
That's
how
okay.
it sticks
Go.
to the fork.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
All
that.
right? Just look at how it just sticks to
That's
the
a thing.
fork. That's how delicious this is, right? That's
Yes.
how loaded this is with just the
200
most
remain.
amazing flavor.
200. This is about to
200
sell out.
remain. And let me say, when I have a cake, and when I would have my granny's cake, and I would take a bite like that, and you know how when it's so tender and moist and it sticks to your mouth,
Yep.
and that's why, and that
Yes.
frosting ratio is really important.
It is
so that
important.
frosting ratio, like all of this, what?
What are the spices in there? Okay, you just took a bite, but I feel like she's like, what am I supposed to do with that? I'll wait a minute. But here's what we know. There's coconut. There are pecans.
There's almonds.
There's almonds in
There's
there.
almonds.
There's the juxtaposition. But I didn't know if there's any like a cinnamon in there or no. There is not. Okay.
It just
The
feels,
coconut gives it that creamy warmth. When I was talking about the warmth, that's the coconut, I
that's
think.
the coconut.
Okay.
And the other thing is you're getting that tanginess from the cream cheese frosting.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Loving. Loving. See, this is why we have award-winning chefs here. This is why, because there are secrets in there that give us that hint or that feeling of a flavor, that whisper that you're getting. But all that creaminess, it's just a total decadent experience, but light, not heavy. This
Yes.
is something that is going to be perfect for a finisher of a meal. Of course, if you had the Heartland Fresh Chicken, or we've got some Rostellis coming up, this is your perfect closer for the meal where you shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
M91229. These will sell out. Brian, I'm sorry. How many do we have left? Maybe 150 to go around. So put this in your cart. Please check out so that you can be one of the ones to have this
You
cake
know
coming
what?
to your
It
home.
replaces your coconut snowball cake.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes.
Anybody that buys a coconut snowball cake for Easter, get this instead, and you will absolutely go crazy for it. M91229 is your item number. Now you're coming back.
Yes.
I'm coming
She
back.
is.
I want you to
Only
come in real
100
quick.
remain.
Watch this. Look at this cake. Look how I pinch it and it comes together. It
Oh,
is
wow.
perfect for pinching it into the mouth.
We love Carla. She loves to eat. All right, listen, she's coming back with more.
With some amazing stew that we can't wait.
Ooh.
It is what my mom calls stick to your ribs stew. It's
That's
the kind
right.